Hello, Nick here from TechNuovo and welcome back to the channel. A few months back I checked out the Skullcandy Push Active, a pair of earbuds with that plastic hook, that extra bit of support, ideal for sports, and it worked. They were really supportive. Skullcandy have now brought out the Grind Fuel, which to me look very similar to the Push Active, but without the hook. I've been using them for the last couple of weeks, so let's run through my thoughts. Opening the box, I'd like to say it's a compact affair, but I've got my AirPods next to me and they are half the size of the Grind. That being said, they're not overly big, not compared to the Push Active. Anyway, they are very lightweight and a perfect size to fit in your pocket. They've got a matte black finish with a subtle glossy skull to the top. To the rear of the case, a USB-C port for charging, but these do also have wireless charging. And to the underside, you'll see a small lightning bolt indicating such. Open the lid, there is a vibrant peachy coloured infill, the buds and 4 small indicator lights showing battery life for the case. The buds are fairly standard in shape, but larger than some others I've tried recently because they have this second section on the end that houses the battery or the tech. In the box you get the case, the buds, different size rubber tips, a USB-C cable and user guide. The buds also come with a 1-year warranty as standard. As mentioned earlier, these do look similar to the Push Active without the hook and a slightly different front to each bud. Spec-wise, they do differ. 40 hours battery with wireless charging, with the Push having 44 hours and no wireless charging. Impedance is different at 32 ohms, driver diameter at 12 mil, and sound pressure level is different too. Notable features worth mentioning, the buds come with Skull IQ, which is an app, and I'll touch on that in a minute. Voice control, IP55 sweat and water resistant, Bluetooth 5, and they've got Tile built in as well. Let's talk about the Skull IQ system for a minute. Essentially, it's a smart assistant, similar to Siri, and its aim is to make things easier for the consumer. Via the app, a must-have to get the most out of the earbuds, you can activate voice control, enabling you to control your content hands-free. With the Skullcandy app open, you can say, "Hey, Skullcandy," followed by various phrases to control your content, open Spotify, play, pause, change tracks or volume, and accept calls. The voice commands work really well. The buds pick up my voice very quickly, and all you have to say is, "Hey Skullcandy," followed by your action, play, pause, next track, volume up, etc. The app isn't limited to just the voice commands. It can also push out firmware updates to the buds, which is great. It can also show battery life for each bud, current volume level, plus control. There is also an equalizer with presets for music, podcast and movie, plus you can customize to suit you. There is an ambient mode or stay aware mode that amplify external sounds to help you have some awareness of things happening around you. If you didn't want to use the voice commands, you can use the button control as well. The very center of each bud acts as a push button, so you can push it in, hold to activate a task, and there are various voice prompts and sounds along the way to help. Push buttons work really well, and I like that it's actually a push button and not touch sensitive, so you get that instant response when you push it in, so you know you've actually done it. As for audio performance, I was pleasantly surprised for the price tag. Out of the box, actually pretty good, but once you pair it with the app and select the music EQ or create your own, a noticeable improvement. Obviously you can adjust the EQ, but the music preset is well balanced, plenty of low end, but it's not too overpowering, with mids and highs keeping up. I have started getting into podcasts at last, changed the EQ to the podcast preset, and the speech is more refined, and I did find it a better option. Wearing the buds, it's okay, but I did find they were not that secure. I did have to fiddle to ensure they were in and stayed in. Once they were in, they were comfortable and offered a bit of passive noise cancellation. These do not have active noise cancellation. Battery life was good at circa 40 hours. I probably used about 20 odd hours so far over the last 2 weeks, so I've only had to charge the case once. So the Grind Fuel are more expensive than the Push Active at £99 here in the UK. Features are almost like for like, but the spec does differ between the two. Audio performance wise, it's hard to tell the difference between the two, and it's a tough call between them. If you need support for sports, go for the Push, but then you don't get the wireless charging. There is also that £30 price difference between the two that you could spend elsewhere. That is a wrap on this video. If you have stuck around until the end, then thank you very much. And if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, hit that subscribe button and all our future videos will pop up in your feed.